Okay, welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name is Jana. I'll be hosting the majority of the event. But what we usually do is just literally hop on here a few times throughout the week and share our amazing results with a really cool product, program, and opportunity. For myself, I came across this 2.5 years ago when I was working full-time, trading time for money, as most of us do, I guess. But for me, I'd only just gone back to work after maternity leave. I'd actually been promoted while I was on maternity leave from the Australian Defence Force to Department of Human Services. So I went back into this role full-time, into a new role that I didn't know, that I had to learn, that I had to study, and I was responsible for a team of people. So my kids were put in full-time care from 6:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. at night. And I was trying to be the best of everything. Do you know what I mean? The best mum, the best wife, the best at my new job, and keep a house running. So needless to say, I was burning the candle at both ends, and with the kids both being in childcare, they're bringing every bug under the sun home. And so my body was consistently trying to fight away, all sorts of bugs. And I had the guilt because the kids kept getting sick, and then I'd get them well enough to send them back so I could go back to work, only for them to get sick again. So it was a really, really vicious cycle, and I started to get really run down mentally and physically. Something needed to change. I just didn't know what. I was pouring everything into me health-wise. I'm super holistic. I love fruits and vegetables. I love smoothing. I love juicing. So I didn't think there was actually anything else possible that I could put into my body. So for me, when this post came up one day, it was health, it was wellness, it was whole foods, work on your own terms, help a whole lot of other people on their health journey or lifestyle journey. It just ticked a lot of boxes for me. And normally I just keep scrolling past going, it's just one of those, it's just one of those. But that day in that place where I was, something needed to change, and I thought, what the hell, I'm going to try this. So I reached out to this person I'd never met, and I asked her a million questions. I'm one of those people that has a lot of questions, and I've owned a traditional business myself as well. So I had a restaurant for 3 years, and I'd spent a fortune on that, and the responsibility, pressure, and workload behind that was massive. So I didn't want to fall into anything like that again. But she slowly answered all my questions and then asked me if I'd already had heard of the Juicy Body Transformation or Juice Plus. I hadn't heard about our program until I watched that recording, but I had looked at research at the product Juice Plus 3 months prior for my husband. Now, he's the opposite to me. He eats red meat, potato, white rice, white pasta, and that is it. And you know what? He never gets sick. But both his dad and my dad suffer heavily from joint inflammation. So we just don't want him to go down that same journey. So I needed to get something into him to bridge that massive gap. And that's what Juice Plus was all about. So Juice Plus has literally been around for over 40 years. So it's not a new fad or anything like that. It's literally been around for over 40 years with 40 years worth of results and lots of research and study behind it to back it. Juice Plus, it's all about inspiring healthy living around the world the right way, not through yo-yo diets and magic pills and potions. It's literally all about fruits and vegetables, about what you should be eating, what you nutritionally require, and what you are physically getting into your body daily. And let's face it, our lifestyles and our farming practices and our fruits and vegetables being so depleted, we're not getting enough in. Government states we should be having 2 and 3 serves daily, and less than 5% of adults are able to do that. All right, science suggests we need more along the lines of 9 to 11 serves, and that's massive. Even for me who loves to juice and smooth, that is a lot for me to do each and every day, because not every day is perfect. Things are changing all the time. So I love our hero product, which is our fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. Nothing else in there. Nothing synthetic, nothing artificial, just all real food in a capsule. And it's the best part of the vegetable or the fruit. Our fruits and vegetables, like I said, are very depleted because of our farming practices, our soil, and they're picked before prime ripening. All right, prime ripening is when all the last parts of the nutrients actually hit the fruits and vegetable. Why is it picked before prime ripening? Because that's when we like to eat it. We like to eat it when it's crunchy, when it's tasty, when it's firm, and it's a nice, beautiful colour. But that's not necessarily when it's its highest nutritional value. From there, our fruits and vegetables are picked, sprayed with various chemical sprays and waxes, and they're transported to our supermarkets where we purchase them. When we purchase them, we are peeling them, we're pipping them, we're cooking them. There goes half the nutrients. An example of that is an orange. 80% of the nutrients is actually in the peel, and we don't even eat the peel. All right, so the difference between this is the fruits and vegetables in these, which I needed a little bit of, push in this area because I thought there was no more I could put in my body. But once I understood how depleted ours were versus this going into my body each day, it just made sense. So the soil that our produce is grown in, our farms are 3 generations old. Our soil is beautiful, nutritional, 6 to 8 meters deep worth of nutritional soil, which is huge. And our fruits and vegetables get to vine ripen, and because they're not getting eaten. And there's no need for any sprays, waxes or chemicals, so it's GMO free because our factories are co-located. So they're picked after prime ripening, they're taken into our factories where they're washed and cleaned, and then they go through a pulping process. So not a juicing process, because we all know when we juice produce, we lose a lot of the beautiful nutrients in that process. So this pulping process is a really slow process, and it removes the liquid, coincidentally the sugar. And in this pulping process, this includes the peel, the pip, some of the stem and stalk, which we wouldn't normally get. So all those nutrients are still there. Then it goes through a cooling process, and in that cooling process, it's turned into a powder form, all right, and then capsulated into a vegan, vegetarian, soluble capsule. So it's airtight in there, so all the live enzymes, micronutrients, phytonutrients, crazy names that we don't know what they mean, are still intact. And then when we swallow them, it gets into our body within 3 to 7 minutes and goes to work. Now, how it's going to go to work is different in each and every one of us. Very different to me versus my husband versus you, because how we absorb nutrients is very different. The same as if I ate an apple and my son ate an apple, he would draw different nutrients from that apple than I would. And it's the same with Juice Plus. And once it gets in your body, it goes to work. All right, very different to, multivitamins and supplements that we've, normally been taken, and medications, because they're all simply synthetic and artificial. So your body actually doesn't recognize those, and you actually excrete most of that. And you might have noticed it in the toilet. It literally leaves that fluorescent wee, and you think you're always dehydrated, but that's your body excreting anything it doesn't recognize. This is just fruits, vegetables, and berries. So your body actually recognizes it. A variety of 21 plus fruits and vegetables getting into your body, 27 fruits and vegetables getting into your body each and every day, which is pretty massive. And inflammation, we all have it. All right, and in some cases we don't even know it's there, but we might notice it in skin, in psoriasis, eczema, acne, dermatitis. Could be in joint inflammation, arthritis, and it could be in kidney, liver, diabetes, all these things that it can actually help with, and we just didn't know it could have come from natural sources such as our fruits and vegetables. So once it gets into your body and you start seeing all these changes, like I said, you just don't know what it's going to do for you versus what it's going to do for someone else. But I love the fact that I can even read the labels. All right, for instance, the fruit blend's just got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, cranberry, papaya, date, and a couple of others, all fruit, all beautifully, full of nutrients. But the fact that that variety's being picked, it's because it works so much stronger in synergy together than it does on its own. And the other thing on the label is there's no warning label. It's just fruits, vegetables, and berries. So even if I'm pregnant or breastfeeding, this is safe for me to take. There's so many products you have to stop taking and then take because you're pregnant. This is just fruits, vegetables, and berries. So if you can eat an apple or cranberry, you can have Juice Plus. And it's so good for a pregnant mama or, a growing fetus or breastfeeding. Like you've got you covered, which is pretty amazing. So this is your micronutrients, cellular nutrition. We're made up of thousands and thousands of cells. So it gets in there, pushes out the bad toxins, and then goes to work on, your good cells. Gets your body running more opulently. So when things start running better, you digest food better, you sleep better, you've got more energy, your skin's glowing, you've got longer growing hair, stronger nails. All these beautiful things start playing effect. And you're flooding your body with such a big variety of fruits and vegetables daily. Like attracts like. So you're going to want less of the naughty things, the sugar, the salt, the fried foods, and you're going to want more fruits, vegetables, and water, which is pretty amazing. So we always see so many different changes in people, and for me it's just about bridging that gap, even though I did myself have big changes. But I love the fact that this has had over 36 peer-reviewed studies done on it. That's massive. It is the most heavily researched whole food product on the market, and it's the #1 whole food product on the market, which is pretty cool also. But one of those health studies we've got running at the moment is when any adult takes the Juice Plus capsules, they can sponsor a child for free for 4 years. So definitely a company with a big heart. But in that study, we're already seeing that kids are pooping better, sleeping better, cognitive behaviour, clearly wanting more fruits and vegetables, and for mine, respiratory. So massive. So the kids can either have the fruit and vegetable capsule, or they can have it in a chew form. So it's literally the same powder that's in the capsule, but it's joined with some of the natural juices from the fruits and vegetable, and with all natural plant-based tapioca. So again, none of those nasty synthetic sugars which were normally in our kids' multivitamin. So this gives your child an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables every day, and as a parent, that is amazing. There is no parent out there that can do that on a daily basis. Kids are super fussy. They're super busy. They're trading their lunches with their friends at school. They're going to the grandparents for the weekend. They're spoiling them. Doesn't matter. You've got Juice Plus there to bridge the gap, which is pretty amazing. And so we're already seeing also that kids are having less sick days. Therefore, parents are having to call in sick to work less. And, and they're just, they've got that stronger immune system. Look, you're not bulletproof, but it's still there. So that's our micronutrients. You still got to eat. All right, you still got to eat fruits and vegetables. Battery left. That's okay. I'll finish the event and it'll be recorded. So if she has to go, she's all good. We have these amazing complete powders. All right, they've got over 30 plant-based ingredients in there, and they taste yummy. They make any green smoothie taste great. They're great for pre and post workout. They're 1,000 times better than toast. They've got things like alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, quinoa, chickpea, covering your vitamin B, vitamin D, complex vitamin B niacin, which is a beautiful mood balancer, so it helps with anxiety and depression also. These are so good for you and so much better to keep in your handbag than resorting to convenience and takeaway. These are great for the kids after school at 3 p.m. or for the sugar fix, and you can make some amazing recipes for these. So this is your good fueling. All right, so great. If you can't get all those meals into your day, like at least a minimum of 3, they're awesome to pop in there. Not designed to be a meal replacement, but if you add the right things, they will definitely help with weight loss or weight gain. Then there's just one more gap that Juice Plus felt that they needed to bridge, and that was omega. We've been resorting to fish for omega all our lives, and fish don't even naturally create omega. They get it from algae. So Juice Plus went about creating an all plant-based, because all of our products are vegan, vegetarian friendly, and so is our omega. They skipped the fish and went straight to the algae, along with sea buckthorn, tomato seed oil, raspberry seed oil, pomegranate, and sea buckthorn. Or safflower, I think is the one I missed, in a beautiful capsule. All right, again, this capsule is even sealed differently to the other ones because there can't be any heat involved. But it's all those beautiful oils that we need for heart health, brain, eyes, joint inflammation, pregnancy, skin, all in a beautiful capsule as well. And that is it. That's our 4 products. It's just about bridging the gap in our diets, because we've all got some sort of gap that we need to bridge, which is pretty cool. But then we've got an amazing program that works with this, all right, because we all want to make that health change. We just don't have the time. We're time poor, and we just don't know how. So we've got a program that's all online that you get free access to for life when you take Juice Plus just once. We've got over 7 ebooks, over 250 odd recipes from Kira. Kira Westwick is the head of our program. She's a nutritionist, a mum of 2, absolute foodie. She's actually run up on MasterChef 2014. So we've got a gourmet cleanse, we've got a detox, we've got stuff for the kids, we've got chocolate, we've got treats, we've got stuff for the men. It's really a program about lifestyle, convenience, meal planning, and setting you up for life, not a yo-yo diet. No calorie counting, deprivation free, lots of yummy, yummy food. And you never get bored. And it's all online. You've got accountability buddies. You've got people there to ask questions and to, really help you hit your health goal. But to make this a little bit more real, I'm going to get Candice to share. She's going to share how Juice Plus came into her life and what cool results she's had with the program and product and why she loves sharing it.
Thanks, Jana. Hi, guys. I'm a stay-at-home mum of two, and I suffered postnatal depression after the birth of my first child, who's now 6 years old. This was a very lonely time for me, and there was a lot of days, most days, where I just didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to function. I didn't want to look after my kids. It was very hard. And on top of that, I also had a lot of other inflammation within my body as well. So I also suffered from dermatitis, fibromyalgia, IBS, and one of the biggest inflammations was endometriosis, which I suffered for 17 years. Again, this took a massive toll on my health. So I may have looked, pretty happy on the inside, but I was suffering a lot on the inside. I came across the product through this business. I've always sort of been into health and wellness, and I've always tried to find different ways to help heal my body and to make it better, even if it was just, for a moment. I'd see naturopaths and chiropractors, and, I'd be seeing them on an ongoing basis, so, every month or so. Within, a couple of weeks, I experienced some amazing energy, and as a stay-at-home mum, looking after kids, it's, you're very sleep deprived. So to have some extra energy was really, really cool. Now 2 years on from the product, I am inflammation free, pain free, medication free from all of those things. So to say this product has changed my life is an understatement. I'm such a much happier person. I'm on all three products, so the trio, the omegas and the shakes, and I will never not be on these. They've completely changed my life for the better. And yeah, I just love sharing with people that, the simplicity of what this can be for them. It's, like it is simple as a fruit and veg, and upping your intake and knowing what the benefits can be is pretty awesome. Thanks, Jana.
No, thank you. You're amazing. Thanks for sharing. Cool. So honestly, that's one. Just amazing results. For me, I'll stay on the products for life purely for my children. They both suffered heavily from croup, which was turning into baby asthma. So we were continuously going to the GP, going into the emergency room, had a few trips in the ambulance, purely because they could not breathe. They just get the next cold and it turned into croup, and it was a vicious cycle. And then once we started Juice Plus, within 4 months of them being on that cycle was broken. They were no longer picking up every bug, firstly, but if they did get a bug, it was gone the next day. They'd come home with a bit of a runny nose or whatever, and the next day, if they were having their chews constantly, it was gone. So compared to how how scary that was for me and my husband before to where we are now, is pretty massive. And then my littlest one, he eats much like his dad. So for me to be bridging that massive gap until hopefully he comes around to eating more and more variety, I think we're very blessed to have found this product. As much as me and my husband have had heaps of results ourselves, yes, boys do take it, that they're not quite as in tune with their bodies, but it's just fighting inflammation. If you just understand that it's fruits, vegetables and berries in a capsule, it just makes sense to really take care of it. So before we hear from the wonderful Serona, I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that come across with the business, because Serona's decided she's going to be doing the business because she wants to help more people, and she wants to create a more present and freedom lifestyle for her and her family. So she's, jumping on board with us, which is really exciting. But I know when we first look at this business, people go, oh, it's one of those schemes, it's one of those structures. You're going to be doing all the work for someone sitting pretty at the top. But that's traditional business, yeah? Think about all the big supermarkets, Coles, Safeway, Myer, David Jones. They're all big companies. They've all got their CEO at the top, their board of directors, state managers, area managers, site managers, and so forth. We see the people at the cash registers. Think about your supermarkets. They're stacking the shelves. They're putting our shopping through. Some of them will start there. Some of them might start up here because they've already worked a job elsewhere. But for a lot of them, that might be their first job. All right. They might not have huge career, plans with this company because they might be studying. They might be doing something else. But, you know, for some of them that do, they want to keep upskilling, their elbowing, kicking, making sure they look like the best for the next job. But sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And if they do win that next position up, they've got to, you know, step on all their friends' toes and whatever to get up there. They're feeling guilty when they've won it, and their friends are a bit cranky with them. But let's face it, when you think about your supermarkets or even some of the big retails now, we're not going to them as much. We're shopping online. So these guys are being told they have to go for the next middle range position, or they need to go to another store, or they need to do the shopping for us and deliver it, or go elsewhere, get a new job. It's just not set in concrete. And the more and more we head into the future, online is becoming more of the way to do so. When I went from the Defence Force to Department of Human Services, I came in the middle range job. I took over all that you know, none of them could win that position now. I was now their boss. And they actually had to teach me the role to do it because I'd come from a different agency. So, but the chances of the person starting down here and getting to the top, slim to none. All right, you need to be in that company for 40 odd years. And if it's just a traditional, like my restaurant, you're not going to be the owner unless I was willing to sell it to you. You're not going to be the board of directors either because, you know, it's probably another 30 years before you get there. And when you do get there, the money might be great, okay? But the whole balance between life and work, it's very slim, yeah? You're working your butt off and you're just very time poor. I love our structure because it's like this, all right? We come into this business for a one-off yearly fee of $165 in Australia. 50 cents a day to have a business, you know, compared to when I bought my restaurant, a huge expense at the start, then weekly, monthly, ongoing costs, stress of looking after staff, covering their sick leave, their holiday leave, and all that crazy stuff. We have a top position called National Marketing Director. All right, but that is uncapped. Everyone gets that opportunity to get up there. Sure, we've got promotion levels. We all start off at the bottom as a virtual franchisee. Someone links arms with you, sponsors you, and then a team helps you and builds you and guides you up those promotion levels because we don't grow unless we help you grow. So if you want to just get your product cheaper, we'll show you how to do that, how to share it, how to map it out, and what to do next. If you want to get $500 a month, again, we'll map that out, work with you and guide you to help you get that done. If you want $2,000 a month, again, we keep doing the same. But we all have that opportunity to go all the way to the top in our business. We don't have one person sitting pretty like this one. In our organisation, we all get that chance to do that by sharing it with as many people wide as possible and then being teachable and duplicating that down. The thing that I did have a problem with when I started was I didn't have social media. I come from the Defence Force where I had a secret clearance, so I wasn't allowed to use it. So I had no social media. So how was I going to do this? And I was working full time and I was a mama of two very young boys. So I just didn't see how this was going to happen. So Lauren, the girl that introduced me to the business, showed me how to share it with a few friends and family at work, other mamas, and at the gym. And then as I started using social media and started growing also, I found a few people. My bestie had 5 people in the family, wanted them all in the product. It just made sense to do the business so she'd get it cheaper. Catherine had amazing results 2 months in, lost a lot of weight, shared it on social media, went viral, wanted me to respond to everybody. I said, how about I show you how to, and you make some money off this. You're struggling to buy nappies in your product. Let's see if we can help you. Steph was the love bug, couldn't believe we hadn't heard of the product sooner and wanted to share it with the world. I showed these girls how to share it with a few people around them, friends, family, co-workers, gym buddies, and the same thing happened to them. They found someone that had a shoe fetish and needed more money to buy shoes, a travel fund, wanted to pay their mortgage off, wanted to pay the shopping, wanted to pay for their haircut without asking their partner, wanted to have some extra money while they were studying. These girls did teach to teach, showed them exactly what I had taught them, and this started just popcorning out all organically, really naturally, out to a million, hundreds of people, which was really beautiful. Who did Laura know at the beginning? Well, she didn't even know me. She just shared it on social media one day and I saw it, and then I've gone and shared it, and then it's duplicated down, which is really, really beautiful. So before your battery goes flat, Grace, I'm going to get Serena to share how she found Juice Plus, what results she's looking forward to with the program and product, and why the business made sense to her.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Gracie. Thanks for logging in. So I know I kind of blindsided you with my invites, but I discovered this through, just like Jana, I saw an ad on Facebook, and then straight away something just clicked because I've been struggling to find time to be with the boys, looking after them, as well as attending to their like school events, and I'm always saying, oh, I can't, or my boss didn't approve my leave and all this. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm really trying to push forward for this home business. And what attracted me more was that it's about health. And I know for sure I need to get healthy, as well as share it with my family, get them on board. Because I know, remember at one time I was like a yo-yo, lose weight and then gain weight, lose weight. But this time I want to just hopefully make it steady and make it a lifestyle, not just a fashion thing to lose weight for a wedding or something. But I want to really work from home and be available, be available to my boys and even with hubby. He's got a normal 7 to 3 job, but we still struggle to find the time to be there for our kids. But I'm looking forward to sharing, the health and the nutrition and learning more about it, because I'm quite new. I've never done it. I'm still, but I'm looking forward to doing everything and see how I go from there, and hopefully share with you, my sister. We can share with the other sisters. And I'm excited. I'm really passionate because my goal is get there, just get there. And it was nice meeting you, Candace. Thank you for your testimony. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Beautiful. And look, you can have all that. Like, honestly, you can have friends all over the world. Like, a lot of my friends are Defence Force. I've come from the defence. And so, I'm a bit disconnected from them because they're constantly posting around the world, or they're out in ships. This business has allowed me to stay connected to them more so because, they've got this, either they're in the business or they're a client, and it just means I'm connecting with people all the time. It's really a relationship, self-development course disguised as a business, which I really love. So I'm so excited for you, Serona, and I feel it, and I just know you're going to do so well with you and your sisters. So I'm going to touch now on the fun money. Gee, your battery's doing really well, Grace. But we get paid really well in this business if you decide to do the business as well. But we can share it in over 29 countries. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we're on the same one. We share the same business plan, which is great. We get paid with retail profit, commission, but we also get paid really well with bonuses. There's a few different bonuses, but I'm just going to touch on one. And that's our incentive bonuses to help us grow our business strong and quickly at the beginning. Like I said earlier, we start off as a virtual franchisee. Our goal is to help you get to DVF in your first 30 days. But if we help you do it in your first 10 days, Juice Plus will throw you an extra $100 bonus along with your retail profit, which is pretty cool. But our first big bonus that's on the table is a $400 bonus for SDVF. Take no notice of the crazy names. Means you probably introduce the business to maybe 1 or 2 people, so you're already becoming a teacher yourself. What happens here is also the teacher bonuses click in. So the person that sponsored you, that's teaching you and guiding you, they too get a $400 bonus, which is pretty amazing. The next one is sales coordinator. You probably introduce the business to 3 to 6 people, and that's a $600 bonus for you, and a $600 bonus for your teacher. So you're definitely starting to grow here. The next one is senior sales coordinator. That's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. This is where things really do start to change. You're starting to grow a really cool team, and you're all about duplicating. You want to keep them hot on your heels. And I might go back to Candice again because she can just share a little bit about the business, what exciting things have happened to her so far and what she's looking forward to in the future with the business side of things.
Thanks, Jana. I initially got into the business to help my husband out. We're a single income family, and I was just really starting to lose myself in that role. Like Serona and Jana, I found an ad on Facebook and everything just sort of aligned, and I knew I just had to get in touch with the person that had that ad. I also just was not attracted at all to going back to work. Suffering from the postnatal, I really sort of was not wanting to leave my children with anyone, and yeah, nothing at all attracted me about going back to a 9-to-5 job, leaving them with somebody that I didn't know, and care for them. I wanted to care for them and look after them. I'd also had obviously amazing results on the product, so that gave me 100% belief in the product, and gave me the belief to continue and to want to share this. For me, one of the biggest things that I didn't expect, which is something that I've never gotten from a 9-to-5 job, is the emotional revenue that I've gained from this business. It's nothing that I've ever expected. It's the community. It's, the opportunity to work when I want, how I want, where I want, with who I want. And as a mum, something that I never had was a vision or a purpose or a mission. And I get to have that, which is really cool. So I just absolutely love sharing this, and, to be a stay-at-home mum and to have a vision and a mission and a purpose, I think is pretty cool. So, my passion is to share this with stay-at-home mums and anybody else there to know that, they can live their life abundantly in every area, which is pretty cool. Thanks, Jana.
No, thank you for jumping back in again. Beautiful. Again, very different for everybody. Yeah, whether you're a student, whether you've already got the dream job that you want, but you might want an extra side of income, or maybe you want to get your partner home from the mines or from the Defence Force or from another country. That extra funds is pretty huge. What it can do for people. The next position is QNND. Means you're probably, brought on around, 12 to 20 odd people now, but your team's probably around 130 to 200 odd. That's a $1,500 bonus for you. You've still got your residual income, remember, constantly growing in the background. These are just some of the bonuses. And the top one being National Marketing Director, $3,000 bonus for you. And by then, you yourself are on around $100,000 a year. And it's up to you then. You can just keep watering and growing and feeding that and leaving that there, or you can put more into it. Keep growing wider, keep helping more people, and, the income is just there for you to keep building and creating, because money is literally energy, all right? You can obviously, upgrade yourself, pour into you, do everything you need to do for you, do so for your family, then start working in the community, charity. It's really amazing what you can do once you start growing this business and you do it on your terms and feel so rewarded and blessed by doing so that way. So that's literally our program, our products, and our opportunity in a nutshell. Thank you so much for Grace, who watched us live. But if someone is watching this in the playback, in a recording, and we didn't quite get your questions all answered, please make sure you reach out to whoever it was that invited you and get those questions answered. Thank you to Candice for sharing, and congratulations to Serona on her launch tonight. And hopefully we get to hear from more of you again soon.